If you have lived in Cameroon, then you definitely know what this is. This is a mixed pot of meat. Okay, we have kanda, towel, liver. Yeah, so for all of our ingredients, you're going to be needing some tomato paste. You also need your different proteins. For this recipe, I'm using liver, towel. I'll also be using some white pepper and curry powder. I would also be using some boiled meat, okay, some cow meat, and then I'll also be using kanda, which is cow skin. Okay, if you grew up in Cameroon, you should know this. They always shout pot pot. You also need some garlic and ginger blended, and some pepper, which is optional. You also need some chopped green spices, some green peppers, some onions, and there you go with the process. So you put some oil in your frying pan, and then you fry your tomato. So this tomato, I made it at home. I have a video showing you guys how I make my homemade tomato paste. You can check it out. So I just go ahead to put in all the ingredients I showed you earlier: white pepper, curry powder, garlic, ginger, and I mix everything together. I add some salt and seasoning cubes. Okay, so I would have loved to share with you guys how I boil my meat. Okay, the different kinds of protein that you guys have seen, how I boil my towel and my kanda, because those two, they actually have one scent or smell that I don't like. So what I do is that I put my kanda and my towel first in a pot. I boil it for about 15 minutes. I take it under running water, rinse it off, throw out all the water that has been produced from the first boiling, and then I put it back in the pot, season it, boil it again for about 30 minutes with all the seasoning. Come in now with my meat, boil the meat for about 20 minutes, then add in the liver and boil everything again for another 20 minutes. So it's a total of like above 1 hour of cooking all of this. Okay, I put the liver last because the liver cooks really faster than all the other things, right? So after having mixed all my ingredients, with this recipe, because it's actually dry meat sauce, like it's not, you're not making stew, you're not making like a very soupy kind of sauce, so it has to be dry. So you guys, those people that sell this thing in Cameroon, I cannot even explain. Whenever they pass by you, if you don't have discipline, you must eat, because they are always shouting pot, hot pot. When I was trying to make this video, I was like, there's something that those people used to say. Who can remind me of it? So I shared a picture on my status and I was asking everybody. So I go ahead to add my green peppers and my chopped spring onions. I feel like those people who sell, they don't do this part, but I've just fallen in love with the fragrance that comes from green pepper. I love it. The flavor is amazing. So I use it in almost everything right now. At this point, I've added my pepper and I'm going in with a little bit of water. Remember, I said we're not going to make it very watery or soupy, but I want to just cook it for about 2-3 more minutes before I turn off the gas. And I don't want it to become in such a way that when it's off the fire, it becomes too dry. Okay, so that's why I added that little bit of water you saw. And there you go, our meat, mixed meat pot, whatever you choose to call it, is ready. Try out this recipe, come back and tell me how it turns out for you. It was so yummy. I still have a little bit of it in the fridge, which I'm going to eat with some kwakoko. Thank you for watching this video. By the way, I have a very delicious kwakoko recipe on the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you on the next one.